What's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Chauncey, and so we just gonna get straight into the video. I'm just a young man trying to have multiple streams of income, and Amazon FBA is something that I decided to try. It went well for a while, but basically it just kind of went wrong, and I'm gonna try it again later on down the line. But right now, I'm cool on that. So what pretty much happened is that I paid $400 for 288 units of tape, and I did this before I applied to be a seller for a Scotch, and I got accepted, and I was excited, like thank God I got accepted. But later on down the line, they kicked me out, and I had to pay $300 to get all this tape shipped back to me. This ain't even 1/4 of the tape. But let's get into the store. So I'm in Dollar Tree one day, just minding my business, doing just the regular shopping. Now keep in mind, anytime I go to a store, I'm looking for an Amazon product. This was before I even found Scotch. Like this when I was literally like I ain't had no products in mind. I was just trying to find something where the price in store or wherever I get it from is cheaper than the price that's on Amazon. And so I found this Scotch tape, and it was a huge inventory of it, like a huge bucket of it. So I'm just like, dang, this would be nice to just get. Like I wonder, like I'm pretty sure the price ain't gonna be how I want it though. So I just decided to look it up, and I think it was $125 in store for a single unit. It was $125, and so I looked on Amazon, and they were selling it for $573. So I'm like, this is perfect. So I immediately started doing research, trying to see what I had to do, and so they said I had to purchase the tape before I applied to be a seller. So no problem. They said I had to have at least 10 units, I believe. And the way it worked, I wasn't allowed to purchase 10 units. I had to purchase 288 units because they wasn't selling it how I needed it. I forgot how it was, but it was something where I had to purchase 288 units and ended up paying, I believe, $388 for this tape, man. And it was nothing at the time because I was so excited. I'm thinking, I'm finna triple my profits, which I calculated. I think I was supposed to triple the profits, But so I got the tape. I applied to be a seller, and I believe maybe 2 days later they accepted me. So excited, like I'm ready to see what happened next. You know what I mean? And so I immediately researched and saw what I had to do to get the tape shipped out to them. That was a pretty easy process. The platform got all these words and stuff, but if you navigate it, it should be pretty easy to get it shipped off. And did I have to pay money for that? I believe I did. Yeah, I did have to pay a small fee for that, but the real fees came, I believe, with each individual purchase. So I started selling tape, and people was buying it, I remember one day I woke up and somebody had bought 11 units, and it was like heaven, and I had a couple days like that, I really wasn't making the profit that I expected to make, but it's not supposed to happen overnight, it's supposed to happen over time, like it's a long-term business, if you know what I mean. Well, it can happen short-term, but how businesses go. So I believe like 3 months later, I did my usual rounds, and I was just checking the app just to making sure everything okay, trying to see did I get any purchases for that day. And I was seeing I ain't getting no purchases, and I was seeing this go on for about a week. And so I'm like, what's up with this? And I believe they said I had a hold or a freeze. It was something, but basically they said Scotch had removed me, like, from being a seller. So I'm like, dang, they must did this to everybody. And so I looked at, other people who were selling it, how you can see everybody you can buy it from, and they were still up there. So I'm like, this just happened to me. Like, nah, no, I didn't violate no guidelines or anything like that. It just happened out of nowhere, like only to me. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm just gonna apply again. Rejected. Okay, maybe I ain't do this right. Maybe I need to upload it again. I'm gonna apply again. Rejected. So I'm like, all right, man, I ain't even worried about this no more. I'm just gonna do what I'm doing for today. And so I basically kind of just forgot about it for about 3 days, and then I just was gonna go ahead and see how I can get the tape back or whatever. And so I go on the app, and it said, I believe, $286 at the bottom. Now at the bottom, that like it'll have, that's the payments tab, and it's usually how much you have to pay for, you know, if somebody purchases a tape, Amazon, FBA fees, and all of that. And so it said $286, I believe, meaning that's what I owed them. And so just imagine you open your phone looking to see some type of profit, and you see what you owe somebody. And so I'm like, are you serious? Like, I can't even sell tape no more. How are you charging me $300? And so I saw that. Now, oh, I'm sorry, I missed the whole entire part. I had been getting tape in the mail prior to seeing this. I believe that's also why I checked the app. I had been getting tape just like that in the mail, a whole bunch of packages. I think I got over like 30 packages, 5 boxes full of tape. And that's when I saw, you know, $286 just to ship this tape back. But I didn't try to fight it. I didn't try to do nothing. You know, I just paid it and took the loss, man. So I believe I spent $400 on the tape. I would say over $100 in the FBA fees, and then having to pay to be a seller. I believe that's $30 a month, probably 30 times 7, 14, 21, 210. Yeah, 210. So we can add that to the pile. And then I had to pay the $300 to have this tape shipped back to me. So I'm sure that's almost $1,000 or well over $1,000 for nothing, you know. But I can't even be mad. I'm just happy I did it. If you here and you somebody who also kind of failed at Amazon FBA, it's all good, man. We're gonna try it again. We're gonna get a better product. This product just wasn't meant for us, you know. So as long as you're trying, that's all that really matter. Like, as long as you're putting yourself out there, trying to make something happen, that's all that really matter, you know. Most of the time when you buy inventory, you're probably gonna spend over what I spent. I think, like I said, I spent $400, which is it's a lot. Nah, don't get me wrong, it's a lot, but it's like, it's not just too crazy. So, you know, I'm blessed for the opportunity that I got to see how the platform kind of worked. But overall, I would say you try it. You know, if you looking to try it, I would say you try it. Just make sure you know about all the fees and everything they can hit you with. Like on the seller form, it like the problems that they be having, it is crazy. Like you will hear somebody say they got kicked out, or you know, they made them change. Like it's just so much. And you know, Amazon got a lot going on, so it's not unexpected of them. I plan on keeping you guys updated with the situation, and whether or not they try to charge me anything else, which would be insane. That is what I would refute for sure. But I'm gonna look for another product. I'm gonna try to get it out there. If y'all got any advice for me in the comments, you know, let me know. If you got any questions for me in the comments, let me know. Y'all made it this far, I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We out.